Almost.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Village of Ruidoso special meeting. If you'll stand with me, we'll have a moment of silence and the pledge. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the Zia symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
All right, everybody, thank you. Roll call, please, ma'am.
Mayor Crawford,
Here.
Councilor Letterman,
Here.
Councilor Salos,
Here.
Councilor Hooker,
Here.
Councilor Corey,
Here.
and Councilor Sanchez. You have a quorum.
Okay, we have our agenda items. Item number 1, presentation of results of the 2026 Village of Ruidoso Summer Intern Program Group Project, the Vista Experience. Come on up, guys. And be sure you say your names loud and proud.
Well, really quick, while they're taking their places, Mayor and Council, we're really excited about our intern program this year. Our goal in this is to give high school, college, and graduate students a good idea of what public service is like and give them an introduction to that and see how the village, all the departments work together. And they've all done a really good job this year in their departments, and we're really proud of their project that they worked on, and I will go ahead and hand it over to them so they can get
That's
started.
great. All right.
All right. So good morning, Mayor and Council members. Thank you for allowing us to present the 2026 Tourism Survey. We have the binders in front of you, and in there you will find the agenda, our personal bios, and a copy of the presentation slides. And you are free to take them home with you. Our goal was to better understand who comes to Ruidoso, why they come, how they discover our community, and what we can do to improve tourism and the tourism and how to support local businesses with that information. So my name is Daniela, and I'm the finance intern. I am going for school for business administration for my bachelor's. We have Briley and Cheyenne, who are the emergency management interns as well.
My name is Cole, and I'm an intern with the Planning and Zoning Department. Right now, I'm currently working towards getting my master's degree in political science and global affairs.
Nice.
Good morning. My name is Sophia Aurora. I was an intern for the Planning and Zoning Department, and now I am a temporary full-time employee here. I just graduated Texas A&M with my Bachelor's of Science in Geographic Information Science and Technology.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm an intern with the Library and Museum, and I just graduated from UT Austin with my Bachelor's in English.
Hi, I'm Noah Marshall. I'm the intern for the fire department. I graduated the high school here, and I'm working to get my certifications to go full-time.
Nice.
My name is Ethan. I'm an intern with Water Resources, and I go to New Mexico State University for marketing.
What's your last name, Ethan?
Ethan Gerthy.
Okay, I was just talking.
Good morning, Mayor and Council members. My name is Brea Antonio, and I am a member of the Mescalero Apache tribe. I am going into my 3rd and final year at Colorado State University with a concentration in leadership and advocacy and a minor in Indigenous Studies.
Beautiful.
Great.
So now I'll talk a little bit about the methodology of our project. So we did both in-person and online surveys, and the in-person surveys consisted of more personal interviews about what visitors enjoy about Ruidoso and about the various locations that we surveyed. The survey was conducted over the period of about 1 month. We asked what types of improvements that the village could do in order to make visitor experience more enjoyable. We passed out flyers that had QR codes linked to our digital survey, and we gave them to businesses to hang up. The digital Microsoft Form survey consisted of questions similar to the questions that we asked in our in-person interviews, which included information about where visitors come from, where they stay, what they enjoy in the village, and what we can improve. And so these are the different locations that we surveyed, and they included Grindstone Lake, Midtown businesses, Ironman Village, and Winter Park. We got a large number of survey responses in person in Grindstone Lake, as well as from the Midtown businesses. So we spent the majority of our time between those two locations. We also had a small amount of responses at the Winter Park and a modest number from the Ironman Village during the preliminary events on Friday, July 10th.
Now we'll be going over about who is visiting Ruidoso. So this section is going to be focusing on our quantitative data, so basically the amount of responses for each question. The first two questions that we asked our survey responders were where are they visiting from, and also was this their first time visiting Ruidoso? From where they're visiting from, majority of our responses, over almost 60% of our responses, were visiting out of state. This either includes possibly Texas, Oklahoma, and even Arizona, illustrating that Ruidoso is continuously a regional destination for people to visit. In regards to if it was their first time visiting Ruidoso, about 25% of our responses were about first time visiting, but majority of our responses included a 7 or more times visiting the town. Now moving on to our next set of questions, which was what type of lodging that they're using and also who are they traveling with. So if they did stay longer within the village, usually they would stay in either cabins or staying with family and friends, but majority of our respondents, about almost 50 responding, included day trips and other events that they were coming in for, either festivals, coming for something at the end of Mountain Gods, 4th of July, and also our Ironman over the last couple of weeks. In regards to who they are traveling with, majority of everybody, about 60%, was saying with their family, continuously highlighting that Ruidoso is still a family hotspot that children and family wants to come time and time again to visit. The next two set of questions were focusing on a select all that apply format, meaning survey respondents could select more than one option choice. And those two questions are, how do they hear about the businesses and attractions within Ruidoso? And also, what brought them to Ruidoso today? So for about hearing about the various businesses and attractions, majority of that was through family and friends and word of mouth. That was about almost 70% people responding with that answer choice. And the other option was also other, which was basically including events happening that weekend, either 4th of July, Ironman, and also In and Mountain Gods events. In regards to what brought them to Ruidoso today when we were surveying them or when they ended up taking the survey, the two main things that were highlighted were either a relaxation and getaway, but most importantly, a continuous enjoying the outdoor recreation that we continually have and continually try to improve within our village.
Okay, so next we're going to be talking about the visitor experience and what visitors love most about Ruidoso. So unsurprisingly, outdoor recreation continues to be Ruidoso's biggest attraction, followed by visitors looking for a relaxing getaway. Additionally, some of the images that you see on the screen represent some visitors' favorite pastimes and activities. So spending time with family and friends and camping, shopping and enjoying Midtown, enjoying nature and wildlife, enjoying the casino and outdoor seasonal recreational activities that bring in a lot of people from outside of New Mexico. Next, we're going to be talking about our opportunities for growth. So in order to best understand what visitors wanted from the Ruidoso experience, we collected our survey responses and categorized them into common themes. Because respondents may have had more than one suggestion, the response would count for more than one answer. So somebody who had a suggestion for food and restaurants may also have a suggestion for local businesses, so that is 2 responses. So now you have our community suggestions by category. We had over 8 categories, and as you can see, some had more input than others, and we're going going to be going over the top 3. At number 1, at 20.8%, we had food and restaurants. Many visitors said that they wanted additional restaurants or more variety in cuisine, as well as for these establishments to be open later. Second, at 17.5%, we had entertainment and attractions. Many visitors had the suggestion of amusement parks, water parks, drive-in theaters, and comedy clubs, as well as for certain businesses to stay open later because a lot of people said that they had nothing to do past 5 p.m. And for more marketing and a push for marketing and to make sure that we take down old marketing because a lot of visitors said that they were confused. Additionally, we have a lot of suggestions for health and riding retreats. This place is exceptional for relaxation, and a lot of people want to take advantage of that. And at number 3, outdoor recreation at 11.7%, we had a lot of people say that they wanted improvements to Grindstone Lake, fishing, additional camping opportunities, and other outdoor recreation, but overall experiences to make sure that they could extend their stay and enjoy Ruidoso. And next, we're going to be talking a little bit more about our visitor feedback.
Now I'll be talking a little bit about the feedback from our visitors. We took some responses from our online survey, and a lot of our responses were positive responses. One person said that they love this place and will continue to visit as much as they can. Another said that they love the positive energy and the winery was amazing. They also said that we had many families visit as well, with one describing Ruidoso as a sanctuary to build memories in. Finally, we had quite a few visitors from the Ironman event as well, with one renting out a short-term rental here for 10 days and bringing their entire family. Their comment underlines the value of events like Ironman to Ruidoso since it keeps visitors coming back to the village multiple times. Overall, our online survey responses, we calculated an average rating of 4.7 stars out of 5. And then this number was based on 120 surveys that we collected based on our QR codes as well as us going out with the online survey.
One second. Noah, what was do you remember one of the comments that was a negative or not as maybe critical or anything?
One comment that we did have was involving the racetrack not being open.
Okay, thank you.
So this section is all about new ideas, inspired by our survey findings and just our own discussions between each other. So number 1, this is addressing the request for more entertainment. So it's an amphitheater. It'd be a flexible outdoor venue for concerts, festivals, theater productions, and weekly community events. And then these 2 images are just examples of amphitheaters that we could see in the area. Another thing was improving outdoor recreation, and one of our ideas was expanding the variety and availability of rental equipment. So right now it's a pretty small number of rental equipment that they have out there, and so expanding the quantity of stuff we have would, allow more people to, like big groups, to be able to say, oh, let's get 10 of us and all get kayaks. Right now, on a busy day especially, that's not possible. So it would increase revenue, it would increase visitor satisfaction. And then another thing, they could use the dam house to, sell bait, chairs, fishing licenses, ice, water. That would be a good opportunity. So the next thing was increasing shaded areas, seating areas, and improving the trail signage. That was something that specifically was asked for from people in the survey. Another thing specifically mentioned in the survey was a playground or splash pad, and the reason they're asking for that is to kind of have a family-friendly, age doesn't matter type of thing, where little kids who can't get in the water or get on the Whibbit can kind of enjoy the lake. The next thing is another entertainment idea. It would be a drive-in movie theater. So it'd be a year-round venue, maybe Fridays and Saturdays. They can have old movies, new movies, whatever. And that would give an opportunity for themed events, film festivals, holiday events, stuff like that.
Okay, finally we go on to our last section, which is our reflection for not only our program, but for what we went through in surveying our village. So we see that we have trial and error. So we come with challenges which were high visitor movement going into Ruidoso in the morning. So we had started out, there was not many visitors. So we changed that and went in the afternoon. And of course, there's too many. So we had to keep moving around, and many didn't want to stop, but it was just, how can we get out there and interact with our community? So we had to have paper surveys, thinking we could write down and have conversations quickly, but that was another challenge. Many just wanted to take an iPad and fill out a quick survey, which is understandable. So we wanted to make improvements. So with that, we wanted to do a broader data collection for weekends. We didn't have the opportunity as interns. So knowing that we can improve next year, hopefully, that our incoming interns will continue to reflect on this project and keep it growing. We would like to have separate surveys for our locals and our tourists, because we did run into our locals and, they expressed certain ideas that they would like to bring. So having that data would be important to include. And finally, just including that, there's incentives, just knowing that we could have a booth set up, that the village is being recognized by visitors and that they're making a difference and seeing what comes to Ruidoso is important. Finally, we just want to understand that this survey want to be annually. Having data included, every couple months, we have a lot of visitors that come in December for Christmas. And we have many activities that happen. So what could we do in the winter that could improve them coming back and spending their holidays here? So for our internship program, we kind of just went over some things that we had learned, and that was friendly communication with not only our supervisors, but with our tourists. We have appreciation for the village and everything that we do, and just getting to get out there with our local businesses and community was insightful. We had learned that this is a favorite attraction, not only as a local, but for our tourists, we get to experience these things along with them. And so we want to start a foundation for future tourism improvements. Not only were you hearing these ideas, but you take into consideration, what would your families like to do on the weekends? What would they like to see? So with that, we kind of conclude our presentation, but we go into our experience. As I didn't mention, but I am a second year returning human resources intern. And I got to meet new interns that I didn't know last year. And I just want to say thank you guys for, putting the hard work into this presentation. I had a big opportunity to present something that not only we don't get to do, but, that Parks and Rec can improve on, our events department can improve on. These are just the starting points for future improvements and hopefully opportunities for the village. And I just want to express gratitude for the internship program being here. And I continue my education, and I know that government work is very important, so I continue to have that as a stepping stone into whatever career I hopefully go into, which is tribal law. So I will go ahead and give it to Sophia, who was also our employee that got selected.
First off, I want to thank y'all so much for your time and for the opportunity to present to y'all today. This opportunity, not just for me, but for my fellow interns, was a stepping stone, not just within seeing how local government works, but that practical application that we've learned through what we learn from academia or from our lives, to how that impacts not just everybody in the community, but also within our departments. This opportunity has not just given me the chance to work with my fellow interns here, but to work with so many departments that are here in this village that make this village run, and in our own way is our own community, and to give back to the community that we love so much and dear. This opportunity, besides just practical application, has given me the understanding of seeing how such a spatial and statistical software can go into GIS, but also into planning. And so with that opportunity, it has given me an employee, full-time temporary job here. And I'm so grateful for not just learning what I've learned through my internship, but continuing to apply those lessons and to learn more during my time here.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'm curious, how many of you are planning on staying in the community after you graduate? Okay. And how many of you are interested in going into government? Wow. Okay, great.
Good luck. How many of y'all had psychological profiles? Right, that's what I say. Good luck.
And how many were Red Oaks High School or Lincoln County graduates?
So did you have more?
No, sir.
Are y'all, I mean, y'all still have some to go?
With that, I just ask, again, we appreciate the opportunity to share these findings, and are there any questions from the council?
I would like to say, I mean, I appreciate all of these things that you're doing. These are things that we've been hearing about. What I'd like to hear maybe next year is your solutions on some of these. Where would we put an amphitheater? How do we do surveys? How do we overcome not in my backyard? How do we overcome these things? Financing options, where does the money come from? A lot of great business opportunities, it sounds like, on kayak rentals, all of that stuff. Should the village buy all of these, man those? Where do we get the employees? Just like interns, we have the same problems that businesses do. Why do they not stay open at 5 o'clock or past? Well, you can ask some of these guys. It's hard to get employees to be down there because we have housing shortages. And so there's a big plethora of those things, and you guys are getting into that. And this is awesome because you can help educate other folks your age, people in your sphere of influence, talking to your parents about, the issues that are at hand. They seem simple, but in practicality, sometimes they're very difficult to achieve. And I think you're getting into that, and you see how difficult it is. And when you talk about getting involved in government, who raised their hand? Almost all of it. Okay. So who wants to take this one? What level of government do you want? Is it like a local municipality? Is it state? Is it federal? I mean, what point of government? Because they're very different. Does anybody have
So local and state for me.
more state?
Yeah, and local.
Local?
I would like to go into tribal law. So going into representing our underrepresented communities. So not only did I learn from Redoso, but I also know the experience that I can teach somebody else and have the impact on those families and students.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
I'd say local or state.
Okay. And why was that?
Just a preference. I'd prefer that. I don't know.
Well, and what you find out is you're closest to the people.
Right.
To try to affect change, but it's very important on the way revenue is set up in the communities. And maybe next year do a dive into how does a municipality generate revenue? How does a county generate revenue? And how do we get extra funding for these projects? And so there's a whole, you guys are getting into it. You can be busy from now on digging into this, and this is exactly what we need, is people that understand the nuances of what it takes, and then how do we, you can have a great idea, you can get it financed, but then if the people decide they don't want it over there, then you have to start somewhere else. And so, but you feel like it was a very rewarding part of the summer intern project? Okay, good. And hopefully some of you that don't want to stick around, Gerthy, I'm looking at you, that it would change your mind, because you can make a big effect. Who has more to give to their local community, who has a better understanding of that? You do, and the people that live here. So anyway, hopefully, I know we have a lot of folks that left and then have come back. And so, we hope I know it'll always be in your heart, but the things that you learn when you go somewhere else, you can apply them right here. So,
Yep.
Well, thank you for your,
Yes,
everything
thank
that
you.
you've done.
Yes.
Good job.
That was way too cute.
Oh, that was neat.
We used to have 2 movie outdoor theaters.
What's that?
Yeah,
We had
2
two.
theaters, drive-ins.
Oh, they did? Yeah.
You can need to scooch in a little maybe.
3, 2.
Thank you, guys.
Great job.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Noah.
And Nicole.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, very good.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. You did great. Did great.
So we always love it when we get young people in, because what you'll find out is that we're trying to make change, but sometimes you go with what you know and what your past experiences are, and sometimes that's not always a path that we need to move into the future. So we appreciate all that, and the village staff that made this all possible. Appreciate it. This sharp-looking bright shirt you
Yes,
got on
yeah.
this morning.
Oh.
Right. Ron's always, he's embarrassed when I comment on his snappy dressing,
Oh, yeah.
because it always comes back to the 70s, no matter what.
Ron, I'm curious, do we get any state assistance with the intern program?
Mayor Crawford, Councilor Corey, we pay that just with our, through the HR department. You know, we have funding for the interns, so, the program, so.
Wow, it looks like it's a great investment.
No
And-
lie.
And also, we've done with, working with Deanna Oberhue, we've had where they've brought the classes in and we've taken them to the wastewater treatment plant, all the water plants, and that's been a great program also.
And she actually takes them to legislative sessions so they can sit in and see just how the circus is ran. And so, it's things like that that get you more involved. The more experience you have, the more impact you can make.
Absolutely.
Anybody else? Okay, thank you. So we'll go on to item number 2, discussion and possible action on adoption of Resolution 2026-156, a resolution amending the fiscal year 2026 budget quarter ending June 30th, 2026, for certain funds and application to the Local Government Division, LGD, of the New Mexico Department of Finance and Administration, DFA, for the approval thereof. And you're almost there today.
Good morning.
And I know you ladies have been working real hard on this, and so we appreciate it. You were with the Internal Finance Committee meeting yesterday. The IFC reviewed and approved it to come to council today, so thank you very much. Madison?
Good morning, Mayor and Council.
Good morning.
Right now, we'll go through our DFA report for our budget adjustments. As we're going through the presentation, if you have any questions, just stop us and let us know.
Okay.
Address them. So starting off with our general fund, our transfers out increased by $37,872. This is a transfer to the street department for our VOR match for the NMDOT grants and paver rental. Going to SGRT, our revenues increased by $5,829,399. This is adjusting our revenues to actual. Our state grants increased to increased by $4,644,000. Interest on investments increased $446,000. Bond and loan proceeds increased $516,000. And we received an OSC grant for the Alto Lake Dam. This was $223,399. And then our
Let me stop you there, Matty. Ron, what project is that for on the dam?
That's Mayor Crawford, Mayor Pro Tem Salas. We're working with AECom on doing I'm going to say it's like a pre-planning or a feasibility study of Alto Dam. We received the Water Trust Board funds, and it wasn't enough for the project, so I applied through the OSC and received the additional funds for it, so. And we're going to do, they're going to go back, AECom, remember back in 2014, I think it was?
Moving the line out.
And
Right.
looking at the dams, but they're going to be doing a study there on there at the Alto Dam.
So it's on the dam, the line, that's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
We never
You
have
never
been-
did move it out, right?
No, and we're going to have, try to get them, we had a meeting with them a couple weeks ago and have Terry involved in it and try to bring AECom back in to give a presentation. Back when we did that PER, We're going back to that, and that's what this funding's for.
So okay.
That line was just killed in place and filled with.
Yes.
Yeah, but they want us to get it out of there.
Get it
I don't
out.
know why we can't fill it full of concrete and leave it, but they want it out of there.
So,
Okay. What we're trying to do is get your info up on so everybody can see
Robin Scott.
what all you've done.
Would you like us to wait until they have it?
Yeah, no, go ahead and continue, and then when we get there, they're nearly there.
Yeah, that's that one right there. Okay, moving on to the SGRT expenditures, this increased by $7,058,521. This is also adjusting our expenses to actual. The SGRT projects in construction by $5,414,141. Water systems projects, $421,747. Our loan payments for principal, $728,610. We did also move the I&I study, which was $13,529. And then adding in the OSC grant for Alto Lake Dam, $223,399. And then the river well for Eagle Creek with Sauter Miller is $63,800. And then we moved the water reporting assistance, which was $193,285.
Okay.
For the municipal gas tax fund, this is where the street department is located.
Yes.
Revenues increased by $303,329. This is the New Mexico DOT grant and paver rental. And then our transfers in also increased by the $37,872. This is the BOR match for the grant. And then our expenditures increased by $341,201. This is the total amount with the BOR match and the grant portion. Moving on to the intergovernmental grants, our revenues increased by $2,932,000. This is a transfer from RJU. The purpose of this transfer was to give finance and capital projects a better opportunity to manage our grants. So we moved our RIP grant, which was $500,000. Our leg appropriation for the Upper Canyon water line, $932,000. Our leg appropriation for sewer lines, which is $1.5 million. And then you'll see the same increase in the expenditures.
And I'm sorry, Maddie, the rest in peace money for 5,000, the RIP, what, is that what it stands for the cemetery, or? I mean,
Mayor Crawford, Mayor Pro Tem Salas, that was emergency funds that we received from the New Mexico Environmental Department, and it's for sewer is what that's for.
okay.
For any type of sewer work, and we did receive usually it's a loan, we were able to get a grant out of it, so.
Well, what threw me off when she said RIP, and I'm like, oh, well,
And Maddie, just because it's on the agenda and, you know, maybe different on your spreadsheet right there, but under the municipal gas tax budget increase, you said 341,201. We have it's 204 on here.
On the agenda portions? Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry, where is that at? I'm missing it.
On the agenda
memo.
items.
Oh, okay.
Thank
The
you,
agenda memo.
Okay, moving on to the DWI grant, our expenditures increased by $13,337. This is for the fiscal year 26 closeout and then the fiscal year 25 reversion. For forestry grants, our transfers in increased by $166,933. This is a transfer from the general fund. We're currently pending a reimbursement from DFA. This is for a thinning grant. It's a leg appropriation that we received.
So on the legislative appropriations, a lot of these have to be performed, and then we send in to be paid back, and there's a lag time in the funding, so just so people understand, that's what that means.
In Mayor and Council, the process with these, any type of appropriations, you do a notice of obligation first. When you receive a proposal, send it over to DFA. before we can do anything, they approve it, and then we're able to move forward with
Engineer it and
Yes.
go through.
And then we have to submit for reimbursement, so it's not money up front. So.
And once we do receive the money, the funds will be reimbursed back to the general fund. Moving on to our general capital, revenues increased by $4,080,659. This is for the award for the Colonias Grant for Streets. And then our expenditures increased by $4 million.
And that's great. That's the first time we've done that ever. For people that don't know what a Colonias Grant is, it's for distressed communities that's within 150 miles of the Mexican border. And you did a great job, Ron.
Moving to the RJU fund, you'll see the same decreases for moving grants to the intergovernmental fund. So a decrease in revenues by $2,932,000 and the same decrease in expenditures.
Right.
For the airport, our revenues increased by $157,000. This is due to the receipt of the state aviation grant for the Com Air Service building for $12,000 and the state aviation grant for the AWAS system for $145,000. And then you also see an increase in our expenditures by $162,000 for the state aviation Com Air Service building by $12,000 and state aviation grant for the AWAS system by $150,000. And our wastewater treatment plant expenditures did increase by $336,433. This is amending the manhole repair project on Highway 70 by $74,300. This is just bringing the cost to the actual. And then for the Gavilan sewer project, increasing by $262,100.
And this is all grant money? It didn't come out of people's tax, out of their GRT that we get, that 3% of the 8. So it's all grant money.
Mayor Crawford and members of the council, majority of it is grant funding, then we have our matching funds, so.
Yeah,
but we do have some emergency funds that we are also using for water and sewer projects.
Well, I was just going to say, and the reason we're redoing the manholes is that sewer gases have just eroded them on 70. And so that's why we're doing that.
And Mayor, council, again, on that one there, that's, it's going to be, we have the funding already budgeted on that. It's utility funds that we're using on that project, so.
Where on Gavilan is the work going to be occurring?
It'd be Highway 70.
Okay, I saw Gavilan on here.
Yeah, what is it?
Gavilan Sewer Project.
No, it should be Highway 70 sewer line project or manhole project.
Okay.
I don't, Gavilan,
It says Gavilan
Yeah, I know
Sewer
it. I
Project,
don't-
262.
I don't know why Gavilan sewers on, I don't know what Gavilan's on there. That's all 70.
Well,
You-
that's-
We'll let Levi explain it.
Sorry.
This is, he's like,
Just trying to read the little.
that's a
fine print.
misprint. Or,
That may have been the last project that we did.
That's what I'm thinking too. So Mayor, Council, so we did a project over on Gavilan that looks about that same number, if we go back at that. And that was eliminating White Mountain lift station there and tying that
Tying
into
that direct
Homestead
in.
Loop.
Yes.
I don't know why that would be on here, but the project that's already been done, the only
So we
project that's
close that
happening.
out?
Yes, sir. The only project that's happening now is the manholes on Highway 70, and that's from the entrance to Cherokee Village over to the reservation line.
Okay. Apologies, Michelle and Madison. Levi, we've heard they're closing Gavilan at Warrior between September and November. What is that all about?
Mayor, Councilor Corey, so they're closing Warrior Drive. They won't be closing Gavilan, but the county is doing a project there where they're replacing that bridge where Gavilan Canyon goes under Warrior. So that is true. They are planning, and I've been working with Gordy at the school. Their plan is to make a temporary access road for buses to come through Moon Mountain by the parking lot there, the disc golf course. But yes, sir, that is.
Will that bypass be open to the public, or is that?
No, sir, that'll just be for buses. So that's, the contractor is supposed to start August 3rd. That's A Mountain Construction out of Las Cruces. Again, it's a county project, and they didn't plan to make permanent access or temporary access for the public to go through down that road.
Yeah, I wish they had
That's-
done it this summer.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
It probably would help if we got some type of PR on it.
Well, I knew nothing about it.
Well, I didn't either.
So tell me again what's happening. They're closing Gavilan
They're
from
closing Warrior.
Warrior
at
Drive.
Gavilan. Just right there at the T, Warrior Drive will be
In
closed. So
Gavilan.
you won't be able to come in off of Warrior or come off of Gavilan onto Warrior.
But you can still go down Gavilan.
You can still go down Gavilan. You can still go down Warrior coming off a Hole, but you cannot go, that T will be closed at Warrior.
What about Moon Mountain, the bridge? I mean, that road is bad, Josh.
We're looking at improving that. Or the county's going to work with the
School
school.
system.
The county plans, we said we would provide a culvert, and the county's going to do the work for them to actually improve that road, because ultimately this is due to the county and the county's engineer not planning.
Well, like I say, Mayor.
Yeah, we'll get that and get it out to the public, and that's going to start August
3rd was the
Next
contractor,
week. Wow,
but
next
I
week.
haven't heard a confirmed date. Like it was one of them deals is like, we're potentially going to start August 3rd, but I don't know if we'll be closing the road on August 3rd. I haven't seen a lot of public involvement.
So all the traffic to the high school and the middle school is going to have to come off of Hull.
Paradise.
Yes, sir.
Hall.
Boy, that's going to be a cluster.
And it should go till October.
Well, this is just like the EMS the county made a ruling on without even talking to anybody, and also the planning and zoning inspections. They're not communicating at all. We have to find out about it after the fact.
In mayor and council, we weren't made aware. We spoke to the Gordy with the school district, called us up the day before yesterday, and we weren't aware of anything, and neither was, we spoke with the president of the school board and everyone else, and we spoke to the county, and they said their engineer just didn't, they should have went to the school board meeting and let them know months ago what was going to happen, and it didn't happen, so.
Wow, that's distressing. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Levi.
That was our final line for our budget adjustment
Okay.
report. We'll stand for any questions.
Great job.
Mayor, I move approval of Resolution 2026-156 as discussed.
Second.
Any final discussion? Was Judy on? No thanks? Well, thank you, ladies and everybody for
Great
working.
job.
Thank you.
I know y'all worked all weekends and everything.
Oh, did they?
Roll call, please. And Robin, thank
Counselor
you.
Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
She'll sit by you.
Okay, thank you very much. Item number 3, discussion and possible action on a proposal from Rymark Construction, Inc. for the Ruidoso Convention Center men's, women's plumbing repairs to remove and replace iron piping with PVC piping utilizing New Mexico GSD statewide price agreement 30-5-23-3-70 in the amount of $263,597.30. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have discussed with Rymark about replacing all of the corroded cast iron, it's all original from 1992, with PVC. This is going to be a 2-month project, so I have already blocked off dates from November 23rd through the first week of November, just to give them a little bit more time if they might need it. And at the moment, the only events that it's going to affect is our Christmas party, possibly New Mexico Hay Association, which as we get a little closer and I know more where they are, I'll let them know. And, but that's really all I have, is that it is a 2-month project. It is going to be Rymark, so.
Bernadine, could we put porta cans out?
what I was thinking is I'll get with Matt and find out, like I said, as we get a little closer to, if maybe we could borrow their portable restrooms, or if we need to get porta potties. I like theirs better because at least it has like a hand washing station and.
Air conditioning,
and things
heating.
like- Yes, correct, because it will be in the wintertime, so.
Yeah.
And they have already done that. What's the group that's doing it now?
Region 9.
Region 9 is in there. They have a lot of people, so we're putting it on the side. They're renting some.
So Bernadine, are they doing both restrooms at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
And hopefully this will get that smell we've been fighting for years.
Yes.
So is this going to tear up the tile? Have you seen the layout?
I have not seen the layout yet, no, sir, but
So
it is going to entail them.
Jackhammering and, so a new tile?
Some of the tile. They would just, all they said was,
We need to make sure we don't get in a,
all they said was that they were going to try and match the tile as
Zero.
closely as possible. But that tile has already, I mean, we did the restroom project, I would say probably maybe 7, 8 years ago, so I don't know how that's going to work.
that's built
but-
into the industry. They changed the tile out.
Yes.
On purpose.
So Ron, we need to get hold of that and make sure that we have enough funding so we don't come back.
We'll visit with Rymark on this. Another note from Mayor and Council is, this is on the statewide price agreement. It's going to be CES, and I've been visiting with Bruce, and he's holding this price. If there's any CES fees, and then we'll adjust on that. So just a update from the
I'd like
council.
for them to be able to see just how they're gonna, where the plumbing runs. And then how much of that's gonna be taken up, and if it can be patterned in to look not like it was afterthought, or does it all have to be done? Because that's really a showpiece for so much of Ruidoso.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we need to make sure that we have that. Because we've got into these deals before, and just there's no matching.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I move that we accept the proposal from Rymark Construction, Inc. for the Ruidoso Convention Center men's, women's plumbing repairs to remove and replace iron piping with PVC piping, utilizing New Mexico GSD State Price Agreement 30 5/23 3/70 in the amount of $263,597.30, including New Mexico GRT.
Second.
We have a motion, second. Any final discussion? Yvonne, please.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
And Counselor Salas?
Aye.
All right, good luck.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be on top of that, but we need to really make sure you have all the information.
Now that we've done this part, I'll get with Bruce and then we can
I think
go
he's
on
here
to-
today. Levi? Bruce is here today, right? We'll meet over there
By
today.
there.
Yes.
Okay, well, just keep in mind that we do have Region 9 and there's 450
No,
of them. so-
yes.
No, he just walked through and
Yes.
we'll be able to figure out where it's at.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
The tile, I just don't have any
We have to add
confidence.
something for that, we'll work on that, so.
Okay, thank
Mayor
you.
Crawford, Madison, the statewide price agreement that's on here is not the correct one, so do we need?
So
to
you have
make it-
GSD statewide and it's supposed to be CES? Or,
Yes,
or is it in the,
So we found out this morning that the statewide price agreement is expired. They do have a CES a contract that we're able to use, and I do have the contract number here. It's on the approval.
We can just do an amendment to it
Yeah.
then with
If
the,
we
adding
could
the
just amend the
CES.
motion.
Yep.
okay, what's the new price agreement?
Will you give her the information to Counselor Letterman so she can?
So she can read it off?
Thank you, Madison.
So who doesn't have the contract?
They're waiting on, Mayor and Council, they're waiting on the renewal of their state price agreement, and there's times that it takes, you hear this a lot from different vendors, it takes a while at times to get it renewed, so.
Wow, okay.
And it happens, it's happened to others before, but they have the CES one, but
Okay.
they're still, he's working at honoring the price here. A lot of times there's an additional fee with the CES, and that's what I was saying, that he's willing to work on this, and we'll let council know if there's any additional, but we will ask for tile also and see what he says.
Okay.
So I'd like to amend my previous a motion for the contract number of 2026-03-G1113-ALL.
Second.
Okay, any other final discussion? Roll call, please, ma'am.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez? Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
And Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Thank you. Now, I just got a text of the notice of closure. We just got it yesterday that they're going to close Warrior Drive. Okay. We'll work on that, make sure we get out the advertising to let people know. Yeah.
And we
Okay.
need to make sure that they know that it's not the Village of Ruidoso closing that.
It won't matter. Item number, it won't matter. I'm working that gas price as hard as I can, everybody. Item number 4, discussion and possible action on adoption of Resolution 2026-154, a resolution for commitment to lease purchase agreement of 2026 Caterpillar skid steer compact track loader utilizing Sourcewell. There's another state agency, purchasing agency, number 011723 CAT in the amount of $144,500, no cents.
Mayor, I move for the approval of Resolution 2026-154.
Second.
Any other, Josh shows up in his best red shirt. And his boots, and we're not even gonna get to ask him any questions. Okay, I mean, I think they're wanting you to get back to work. Okay, roll call, please, ma'am.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Now then, we'll move on to discussion and possible action on adoption of Resolution 2026-155, a resolution to commitment to the lease purchase agreement of a 2026 Caterpillar vibratory compact roller utilizing Sourcewell price agreement number 011723 CAT in the amount of $189,000. Y'all are wanting to know what a vibratory roller is.
It sounds
Okay,
good.
explain it to us.
Yeah, Mayor, Council, this is a roller to compact our asphalt as we're paving. Our other roller is almost 20 years old. And this would be the lease agreement for a new roller on that.
Mayor, I move approval of Resolution 2026-155, a resolution for commitment to the lease purchase agreement of a 2026 Caterpillar vibratory compactor roller utilizing Sourcewell price agreement number 011723-CAT in the amount of $189,000. Is this not subject to gross receipts?
That would have a gross receipts tax on it. That was on the price, on the lease?
That was
There's
the
only
price
tax on services, not
Oh,
goods.
okay. Because I know there's sometimes it has it on there and then some that doesn't, so.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion second. Any further commenting? Roll call, please, Yvonne.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
And Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 6. Thank you, Josh. Discussion and possible action on award of RFP number 2027-001P to First Place Leasing, Inc. for property management services. Who's this?
Mayor, council, don't see anybody from finance. Oh, Rod's here. So this is to go out for RFP for a new property site management company for all of our village properties.
Okay, and so I did receive email this morning, or actually it was last night, and maybe Roderick, you're gonna have to comment, that they didn't know about it. And so I want to make sure that we actually did send out the notices, the emails, all those things.
So as of this morning, we haven't had any
Okay.
response.
Christie?
Correct. So.
Morning, Mayor and Council. We have all of the email correspondences between Roderick and Kylie and the other proposer. Everything's documented.
They just weren't responsive.
She was responsive.
Oh.
The scores were within like 0.75 points of each other.
Oh, wow.
So we have all of the documentation that we're required to have, and we've already been discussing with Ron and Heath this morning.
Okay, so we have an independent committee. I don't want to know who was on it. So they went through and evaluated the companies, and they were so close. Okay, so they did pick it out.
Yes.
Okay, so there was response. I guess I misunderstood what she was asking for.
Where's this come? Her email had an intent to appeal, but she has, as of this morning, has not provided the actual appeal documentation.
Okay. And who is first place?
Leasing.
They are out of.
They're out of Clovis. Yes.
So we actually did this RFP twice. The first time, First Place Leasing was the only one that submitted, but they were non-responsive. So we went back out to RFP a second time.
What does that mean? Explain that to all of us
So
again.
when they're non-responsive, they did not submit everything that we requested,
get all the
or
information.
they did, what they did submit was not what we needed.
Okay, and Berkshire Hathaway didn't respond to that one?
They didn't respond to the first one.
Okay.
So, this company has a local presence, I presume?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I called Wes yesterday, day before, and they said he's out of, where James Russ's office, Remax?
Oh, yeah, Remax.
Remax, there, because where are you officing out of, and that's
Yeah.
where he said.
Okay.
Mayor, I move approval of the award of RFP number 2027-001P to First Place Leasing, Inc. for property management services.
Second.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very
Go ahead.
much.
A friendly amendment, if I may, the dates on the agreement was for Tuesday, I just wanted to move it to today. Is it on the next
Yeah,
item?
the
I
next
thought it was
one is-
on the agreement. Oh, okay, yeah, on the agreement, so never mind on that.
Okay.
Counselor
Roll call.
Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
And Counselor Sanchez?
Thank you very much. Item number 7 is the discussion and possible action on agreement between the Village of Ruidoso and First Place Leasing, Inc. for property management services awarded through RFP number 2027-001P. And does this one have the date correct?
I don't think so.
It doesn't? I'm pulling it up right now.
Shall be in effect July 28, 2026.
But since we're taking action today, that's where I'm saying, change it to the 30th.
That's
Okay.
within the term, is where it says that
Right,
date.
in the terms, that's there.
Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
And I would also like to let the general public know that this First Place Leasing is only for our property.
Right,
It's- It's not for the apartments that are being built at Elk Meadows.
No.
So Heath, does this include the mobile home on
Yes.
Sunny Slope?
Yes, yes, all village-owned homes,
Okay,
except for Elk Meadows Apartments.
okay.
There's been a little bit of miscommunication there.
Confusion on there.
Okay. Anyone else?
Do we have a motion?
No, we don't have a motion yet.
I move that we accept agreement between the Village of Ruidoso and the First Place Leasing Incorporated for property management service awarded through RFP 2027-001P,
Effective
effective July 30th, 2026.
second.
Okay, any other discussion? Roll call?
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez? Aye. Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
And Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Item number 8, discussion and possible action on professional services agreement with the Ruidoso Midtown Association to promote the Midtown District in the Village of Ruidoso in the amount of $46,000. Tim? And friends?
And the crew.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning, Mayor, Counselor. Thank you, but we're not asking for more money. We would just like to renew our contract, and I'd like to tell you a few things that we're doing and things that are coming up. As you know, I've been at it for a year and a half now. We finally had a successful Ruidoso, so we're really excited about that. We actually have some Ruidoso New Mexico Main Street signs that we have, and I'm going to be working with Chris Camacho. I've already got approval from DOT to have those signs put in at each end of the district, so we'll be recognized that way. We're also working on, here in a little bit, we're working with New Mexico Main Street ED, and I'll be working with Laura, and we're looking at getting at least $2 million, maybe more, through New Mexico Main Street EDD. And that is going to be for what was discussed earlier, is the amphitheater for Wingfield. So that's what we're going to be focusing on there. We also got design and work by New Mexico Main Street for wayfinding to get that done. We're also working with the county, and it sounds like the county and the village don't talk much, but
I think you just need to stop it at the county.
Okay.
Doesn't talk much.
But what we'd like to do is, and it's a long project, but we'd like to make Gavilan Canyon a 48 bypass. And once that is done, it gives Midtown the opportunity to shut down for a whole weekend and have events on the street, filling up the streets, filling up all the businesses and the restaurants and the soap shop. So I think that
Is that because that it gives the people a way out of Ruidoso without going through Midtown?
right. The way that would work is, and I apologize that they're not communicating.
Well, this is the Samantha Cerna, Commissioner Cerna proposal. And so you're going to have to go to the state. And it's going to be difficult to get them to shut that down for a lengthy period, more than 4 hours. To make that a dedicated bypass, we looked at this a long time ago. You're going to have to widen Gavilan Canyon, so it's going to take an immense amount of excavation and all of that, so.
Right. And we've got everyone working on it, hoping that something.
Well, I hadn't heard anything from DOT.
Yeah, so I know that there has to be some environmental studies and engineering studies.
What, can you list them off? The Fonzies, the,
Oh, there's a lot. yes.
NEPAs, the,
Fonzie's no, but it'd be NEPA's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a dream.
Well, no, we're not against it. I'm just telling you, we've tried to go down that road, and you're still going to have deliveries on some weekends, and we have to schedule those.
Well, I'm not worried about changing the appearance of Midtown right now.
No, but you're talking about shutting it down, so it's just all of those things
Sure.
would be coordinated, and you're the guy to do it in the Midtown area, getting
Right.
everybody to, and that's been the big issue, is getting everybody to understand what you're doing and go along with it.
Yeah, that's, we've dealt with that. I have in the past, and typically we just schedule all deliveries to be in the morning. And then there's you have to park outside and wheel in deliveries. We did that with McKinney and it seemed to work fine. I'm sure the drivers didn't like it, but.
No, and we've tried that with Cisco, and when you're delivering 50 cases, it's difficult, and Coca-Cola people, so it's getting them. But if you take a group of you at one time and then present each company, you'd have a lot more sway. And I think y'all have the cohesion now to do that.
Yeah, and so the way that would work is the talk would be that the DOT would take completely over Gavilan Canyon, and then it would be the county and the village that would take over Midtown and parts of or Meacham. So, but that's something that we're working on.
Long term.
It's a long term.
Tim, just on our high T project or our intersection, we've been working on, 2018, we did a feasibility study. Now we're under design, and that's, you can do the math on that, but, and then again, us being responsible for Midtown on that roadway and them taking Gavilan, that's a tough one.
Well, that was the suggestion of DOT,
To what?
to switch.
Swap roads.
Yeah, swap.
And then we'd be in charge of all the roads and.
And you wrote that?
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, question and comment. Tim, what's the status on, do you know, on the Thunderbird building?
From what I understand, they're gonna fix it up and open it back up as the Curio.
And I do know he's had people interested in purchasing it.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked to him and,
That's a prime location.
but again, the owner's not
He's very
communicating.
difficult to work with, very difficult.
Yep.
And
Okay,
even people who have, when he's been here, have tried to talk to him, and it's not been good.
okay. And then a comment, Tim, you and the district are doing a fantastic job. I haven't seen so much energy in Midtown in years, so
Yeah, it really is.
kudos.
Great.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring this up on,
It's about your dynamic personality, is that what you're gonna say?
no.
It's not that one yet?
No, but when we had the meeting about Ironman,
Yes.
I did have, I reached out to a lot of businesses, and they all either,
They've had enough of you.
they either broke even, or they're breaking records, or when I say break even, as if the track was here, or they're doing much better.
That's great.
And that's a great sign. And every weekend, I've noticed it has been popping. So people are coming here. And I know it's hot down on the flatlands, so a lot of people are coming up here to cool off, even though we think it's hot. They think it's
Yeah.
great.
It's true.
But we've worked hard to build the relationships with all the business owners. And I think that's important because we do send out regular emails to all the businesses, let them know what's going on and make sure they're a part of Ironman, Xterra, everything. We want them to be, the face of Ruidoso.
Yes, sir.
If I may, though, why you only focus on Midtown?
Here we go.
Why is that?
Yeah.
For
that's,
those, I know.
I know, yeah.
What is your district limits?
It is from Country Club to Chase. And there's a little bit of spurring on either side.
And that is why it's called the Ruidoso Midtown Association.
That's right. And we don't pick that. It's New Mexico Main Street who picks that.
Thank you.
It's all federal. We don't have a say in that. This is where they come in and say, okay, here's your district. This looks about as historic as it's gonna get in lengthwise. Can we extend it? Yeah, but they probably won't do it because there's not much walkability beyond that.
And that's what it comes from, is the old, when you say Midtown, when you say Main Street. If you go look at throughout our state, whether it be Clovis, Portales, Raton, all these places, it's a very small geographical area that focuses on what was the original of that community.
That's correct.
Okay,
And
thank
the
you.
whole point, in case anyone doesn't know, the whole point of Main Street America, they have 48 states that are a part of it. Okay, Alaska's one of them. And what they do is, because of these historic downtowns that were bustling with Woolworths and, all these type stores, once urban sprawl began and you had your malls, your Walmarts, your Albertsons, all that showed up, those towns started to die. And so the buildings became dilapidated. They had to start tearing them down. They were catching fire. So this was a way to save these areas, and they became tourist hotspots with the historic buildings and beautifying the streets. And that's what we're also working on. We've already got 2 grants. We're working on another one with Ironman, and we've got some other ones that are coming up. I mean, we've got momentum, and that's what we want to do. We want people to come and see Midtown and see how beautiful it is, and all the friendly faces like they were saying earlier. People really like it. They said everyone's friendly. And that's what we want. And so that's what we strive for, and we want it to be a destination place to go year-round, not just every now and again.
Well, and ideally, the more people you bring to Midtown, the more people are going to visit outside of Midtown,
Absolutely.
particularly after the shops and restaurants go dark.
Right, and if you, I don't know if y'all are a part of Midtown_Ruidoso Instagram. But I do, I showcase everything around the area, not just Midtown. I want people to know that Fort Stanton's there. I want people to know that, Lincoln's there. I want people to know that Capitan's there, and White Sands is not too far, and that's a quick day trip. People typically don't stay long because it's miserable. But I want everyone to see what's around, because Midtown is the heart of Lincoln County, period. And so I think it's important that we also spread the love. So that's what I do on the Instagram. I think, and, we're well over 1,000, subscribers now. So when there was 2. So, but I've got a great group. I mean, we work really hard. Eddie is a part of it. He gives us some great information, and I love it. I mean, I enjoy doing it. It's a different challenge than I've ever had, but I think it's great, and we're hoping to keep that momentum going and stronger, even if Gavilan doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, it could. I don't want you to expect it to happen in next year, but.
No. That's
The things that you're doing today, people have been working on for the last 10 years. I can't even remember when this was started, and we had failure after failure after, and you guys finally are all working together, and we got leadership that keeps pounding it through,
Exactly.
and people that understand the overall purpose. So that's what it takes. And you guys have done it. And you're going to get bigger and continue to do it.
So Tim, let me ask this, because you mentioned Country Club to Chase. I always thought it went all the way to Meacham, because it seemed like we
No.
got funding for the
It's too far.
sidewalks to
It's
redo.
too far. We did
How
the
did we get that
MRA,
funding on the sidewalks?
the Metropolitan Redevelopment Area there, and then all the way down to the Y, and then we did it on Meacham
Meacham.
up. And so then we had the fires and the floods, so it's kind of been on hold, but
Okay.
that's another avenue that we're trying to get active so we can do public-private partnerships down those areas.
Well, and Tim, I was working for the village when we got the emerging something designation with Main Street. As I recall, there was a, like a 2-mile limit. It wasn't just historical. There was an actual, Main Street dictates it can't be any further than.
Right. Well, you don't want people walking 5 miles. That's just not going to
Yeah.
happen. Plus, Counselor Salas, once you get past Comfort Inn and Riverside Downshift,
Right.
there's a lot of parking lots, so it's not very walkable. So there's a lot of traffic going in and out, so it's hard for people to, cut across in a parking lot and get into special places. So, yeah, and I don't know if you've walked Midtown, I always go downhill and walk uphill, and I'm like, oh, God, But, of course, I'm out of shape too, but, so that's what, it's all about walkability.
Right.
And, and if you go to some of these other ones, even in McKinney or in Georgia, it's all in a more of a either straight or confined area. So that way, people are walking, crossing the streets and stuff, And we're also working on getting crosswalks, and we got DOT doing a study on that. And it's going to be lit, you push a button and red lights flash and it stops traffic. So that'll also help with some of the speeders we get.
Absolutely.
Mayor, I move approval of the professional services agreement with the Ruidoso Midtown Association to promote the Midtown District in the Village of Ruidoso in the amount of $46,000.
Second.
Okay, anybody else? Thank you, guys.
Great job.
Thank you, yeah,
Great
good
job.
job, Tim.
Highlight professional. Roll call, please.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
And Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Item number 10, discussion and possible action on adoption of Resolution 2026-158, a resolution finding the property located at 108 Grindstone Canyon Road, Ruidoso, New Mexico, a public nuisance.
Mayor, I think we skipped number 9.
Oh, did I?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's
Should be Fern Trail
157.
first.
Oh, Fern Trail first. Discussion on possible action on adoption of Resolution 2026-157, a resolution providing for the repeal of Resolution 2026-29 adopted by the governing body on the 27th of April, 2026.
Mayor, I move for approval of Resolution 2026-157,
Second.
Riverside Avenue.
And do we have any discussion on that property? Everybody good? Roll call.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 10, discussion and possible action on adoption of Resolution 2026-158, a resolution finding the property located at 108 Grindstone Canyon Road, Ruidoso, New Mexico, a public nuisance.
Mayor, I move for approval of Resolution 2026-158.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please, ma'am.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 11, discussion and possible action on adoption of resolution, pardon me, 2026-159, a resolution providing for the repeal of Resolution 2026-147, adopted by the governing body on the 24th of June, 2026, and finding the property located at 662 Suttereth Drive, Ruidoso, New Mexico, a public nuisance.
Mayor, I moved for approval of Resolution 2026-159.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, ma'am.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
And Counselor Letterman?
And we're happy to report they've started, they have made at least one offer on the buyout program, and there's quite a few pending, so maybe we're getting rolling on that.
Mayor, Cade, Chief Hall, where was the fire last night?
It was right over there.
Cattle barn. That old.
Right across. I thought it was Joel Malloy's old place.
The one that was right there across from the Dollar General or from,
Was it it was what?
The turkey was about turkey.
No, that was next to
No,
Turkey.
no.
It was right across from Dollar General.
From where? The Dollar General.
but it's one of those building, houses that was tore up and is,
By the flood.
so it was like somebody, there's no electricity, nothing over there, so they had to set it.
Yeah, it's under investigation for arson.
Okay. And you got on it quick. Thank you.
very much.
Now get a motion to move into closed session.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion. We go into closed session for discussion of limited personnel matters citing 1015-1H2 NMSA 1978. Discussion subject to the attorney-client privilege pertaining to threatened or pending litigation in which the Village of Ruidoso is or may become a participant, citing 1015-1H7 NMSA 1978. Also discussion of the purchase, acquisition, and/or disposal of real property and/or water rights by the Village of Ruidoso, citing 1015-1H8 NMSA 1978.
Second.
Discussion, roll call, please, ma'am.
Counselor Hooker?
Aye.
Counselor Corey?
Aye.
Counselor Sanchez?
Aye.
Counselor Salas?
Aye.
And Counselor Letterman?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.